So yesterday in the Dyson Sphere program Discord, there was a new announcement about an update planned for late September, and I thought I'd bring some information about what that looks like. So it appears that later in the month, later in September, they're going to be putting out a new update, and that update is going to include the introduction of distribution logistics systems. They included a couple of screenshots here of what that might look like. I guess the way that it's going to work is that these will be able to be built on top of your existing storage units. And the way that it'll work is there'll be these new logistics bots that will automatically distribute goods between Icarus, your mech, and other distributors, the other storage units, on demand. This is apparently going to be within a certain distance and can be used to replenish Icarus's demand for specific items in a timely manner and greatly improve efficiency. So what this sounds an awful lot like is the way that bots work in Factorio, where you can set up a call and demand for certain items from your network that'll be brought to the player. And I think that's really powerful. I think there's a lot that will be able to be done there. And they spell out that it will also include functionality like the storage bin to storage bin transfer that is in Factorio as well, where different storage bins can level across each other. And so depending on what the ranges are here, this would theoretically allow us to have things produced in one part of the world, one part of a planet, and have them gathered then to a central place without the need specifically of the planetary logistics stations. And I think that's going to be really interesting to see how that will function. I guess we'll find out later in September. Here they have a screenshot where they're showing what looks like some of the bots leaving your mech, leaving Icarus, and going off to the storage units to replenish supplies or drop off supplies. And the second thing they teased on Discord yesterday is that the developers will be at the Tokyo Game Show this year, and they're going to be giving an update on the latest progress of their combat system. They're also then planning to put out more information afterwards. You can see here, it's pretty light on details. I, for one, am very excited to see some of this functionality coming to Dyson Sphere program. Previously, there was some information put out on Discord here, as well as on the Dyson program Twitter account, that included some early screenshots or concept art of what the new enemies that are coming in the combat update will be. Apparently these are going to be mechanical bodies with self-replicating functions being created, and they're going to be put out into the galaxy to capture energy and potentially act as a competitor to the player, and we'll see what that's going to look like. That's some really cool concept art, I thought, looking at what some of these structures could look like. I think it'll be really interesting to see how this newly named the Dark Fog interacts with the player and how that will take place as time goes on. We've got some really cool concept art for some new structures. It appears that these are going to be floating out in space. It looks like they're probably going to be for the Dark Fog characters, but we'll see what that actually ends up looking like. So far, there's been very little information actually put out about this. I, for one, think that the concept art here just looks absolutely amazing, and I really can't wait to see what the developers put in. Admittedly, I've been a little skeptical about putting combat into a game like Dyson Sphere program and how that's going to interplay. If I think about the way that this is done in Factorio, where you have enemies coming and destroying your parts of your world, it's a little unclear how that will work in something like Dyson Sphere program, which has been released now for a year and a half without any of that type of interaction, and will they add hit points and defenses to Dyson Sphere program, or what is that going to look like? If you like this video, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think is your favorite part of some of these teased announcements from Dyson Sphere program. I would love to hear that. Let's start a discussion around this, and can't wait to see what the developers come up with soon. Thank you, and have a great day.